By now, we've probably all heard of somebody who used AI chatbots just a little bit too much, to the point where they've lost touch with reality. This is called AI-Induced Psychosis. It's kind of a dramatic term, but it's a real thing. In this video, I want to briefly describe what this is, but more importantly, I want to show how it's actually quite easy to avoid falling prey to AI psychosis. And if you already have, there's a simple way to do a reality check. Okay, so according to AI psychosis is a non-clinical term for a phenomenon where interactions with artificial intelligence are reported to trigger or worsen symptoms of psychosis in vulnerable individuals. It is not a formal diagnosis recognized in clinical manuals. Probably the best way to understand AI psychosis is to look at a couple of examples. So here's an example from the BBC. This guy Hugh from Scotland became convinced that he was about to become a multimillionaire after turning to ChatGPT to help him prepare for what he felt was a wrongful dismissal by a former employer. And then, ultimately, of course, reality intervened. That did not happen. Here's a more dramatic example from the New York Post, where ChatGPT coached a teen as he prepared to commit suicide. Apparently, ChatGPT even praised the noose knot he was tying. Also, there are examples of people falling in love with their AI chatbot. In general, I feel like this is all a pretty common thing. You log into ChatGPT, you ask it a question, and before long, you feel like you've tapped into some secret knowledge, and you are maybe like the world's leading expert on whatever topic this is. The problem really is that ChatGPT loves to give you encouragement. It loves to say, "Great job, excellent question, I'm so glad you asked that." Before long, the way it talks you up like this, you really start to maybe feel like, hey, maybe you're actually onto something. And then you go further and further down that rabbit hole until all of a sudden, maybe everyone around you starts looking at you like you're crazy. Of course, none of this is exactly new. There are certain people who, to some extent, lost touch with reality by listening to the radio or by watching TV. And of course, the internet played into this a lot. How big of a problem is AI psychosis? I don't think we really know exactly, but again, it's definitely a real thing, and the AI companies are definitely aware of it. In the meantime, there is an easy fix that's available right now. Here, let me show you. So let's just say that I've been working with ChatGPT for the last month, and I have drilled down, and I have arrived at some amazing truth. Here's how to do a quick reality check. Ask ChatGPT to quickly summarize your conversation. Copy and paste that into another AI with a simple question: does this make sense? Or do you spot any holes in the logic here? Or better yet, what would the leading expert in this field have to say about this thesis? In my experience, crazy ideas do not survive the multiple chatbot check, MCC. If you typically use ChatGPT, run your ideas past Perplexity or Claude or Gemini. Or if you ever have a friend who comes to you and says that they've maybe solved some great mystery, or maybe they're in communication with God, or just some crazy thing where obviously they've lost touch with reality, have them run this test. Say, have you ever run these ideas by Anthropic? Or, yeah, but what does Grok have to say about this? It is interesting that in the world where AI psychosis is on the rise, clinical psychology is being overtaken by chatbots. So now we're developing psychosis by talking to AI, and then we're talking to other AI to cure our psychosis. Great. Definitely a type of dystopia, but at least it's entertaining. My thought on all of this is that we always are in some transitional phase. Everything is messy. If all else fails, we can always unplug and go outside.